Hi guys, it's Amy, your golf coach. Welcome to Beginner Series Level 2. Today we'll be talking about the top of the backswing, the hand position as promised. If you are a member on my website, npswing.com, you probably already know that I have my Codex philosophy on there. I have a whole series on how to teach yourself to swing like a pro. Codex is basically a theory that teaches you to use your core and your trail index finger correctly to simplify your swing without straining your body and create a lot of power. Today's lesson is really all about the hand position, and it's really all about the trail index. So this would be like a spoiler for those who haven't seen my Codex lessons, but for those who are members of my website, you already have that knowledge in you, so it'll be just a review plus more things to work on, which is fantastic, right? So if you're interested in learning more about the Codex, please visit npswing.com, become a member, mingle with me more, talk to me about your golf game. Today is secret revealing trail index position at the top of the backswing. Let's get started. Top of the backswing, setting the club. Setting the club, what does that even mean? The most common fault I see with the regular golfers is to not be able to set the club, and they're holding the club with the lead hand really tight. So the left shoulder goes up like this. We don't want that, guys. And a lot of people usually go, you gotta set the club at the top. And most people are like, what? I just wanted to help clarify that, and it goes along with my Codex theory, which I'm stoked about to show some of you guys that are not familiar with it. Setting the club. Usually people try to get into the right positions, meaning we talk about like one plane swing, two plane swing, upright, flat, the elbow position, where is it supposed to be, your hand position, where is it supposed to be, etc., etc. Trying to mimic those positions to try and set the club is what we see most commonly. But, everybody's built differently, especially amateur golfers. We don't work out like the tour pros, right? So we may lack in mobility, flexibility, strength, and we may not be able to get into this elbow position that the pros do. We do see a lot of pointing up a little bit because you're not able to rotate your shoulder that way, which is totally fine. We just gotta work with what we have. And if you wanna throw in golf fitness to improve this mobility, that's fantastic. That actually is great for your everyday life as well, so not a bad idea. Everybody has physical ability and limitations. What you have to do is not worry too much about how high or low your hands go and what your exact elbow angle is, but you just gotta be able to hold the club with your trail hand only. So you're supporting it in your trail hand like this. I'm supporting it. If I were to walk around like that with my left hand, I'm sweating now. Do you know how hard it is to hold the club up here, as opposed to supporting it? I can do this all day. And this club, guys, is really heavy. Holding it up there with the left hand versus supporting it in your trail hand is the difference. If you have the correct grip, as I've shown you in the Beginner Series Level 1, then you are already ready for the correct position at the top because that trail index and trail hand is in the right place. If you haven't, please refer back to that lesson. If you have this kind of a lot of pressure in your lead hand and you're holding it up with your left hand at the top of the backswing, the most common fault in the downswing is to yank down with the lead hand because there's so much pressure in there, even compared to your coil. So whatever has the most pressure tends to take over for the power for the downswing, which means you will most likely go over the top. You're gonna lose a lot of distance and accuracy because the power goes down and consistency goes down. And we don't want either. Now you understand that the angles aren't like our number one priority, but really the pressure in your lead hand versus trail hand is the key here, okay? Because of the physical limitations that everybody has. When I mention this, a lot of people tend to ask, so are you supposed to have more pressure in the trail hand or the lead hand? It really should be 50-50. But if you're used to using your lead hand 100%, holding it up, then you need to exaggerate and feel like you have 100 in your trail hand and 0 in the lead hand. The exaggeration is really going to help you to probably bring the pressure to like 70-30. And if you keep at it, you will eventually hit 50-50. But it'll take a lot of effort and a lot of practice. So even if you exaggerate 100 to 0, it will not be 100 to 0 like that. So don't worry, exaggerate as much as possible. When you hit 50-50, you can stop the exaggeration. Alright, so let's go into my Aimee 5 drill to get that trail hand going, okay? Ta-da! You need an impact bag. The first part kind of goes like this. You're gonna do a split grip, left hand here, right hand on the shaft, and then you're gonna get into your 8 o'clock position. And then you're going to keep rotating so the tailbone is facing the target. You're gonna toss it into the right hand. So it goes like this. You press down with the left hand. You're pressing with the left, tossing it into the trail hand. We've done that for the 3/4 swing drill, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna re-grip the left and hit the impact bag. All right, that club is really heavy for me, so I'm not going to hit the impact bag with that because I'm going to hurt myself. So I've changed to the stick. And you're gonna go push with the left, toss it into the right. So you're really feeling that set in your trail hand. Re-grip, hit. When you hit, you're gonna really feel the trail hand supporting that hit on the head. Go split grip, push down with the left into the trail hand, feel the trail finger. Let's try it again. Press down with the left, toss it into the trail hand, grip, and then really feel it. How did it go, guys? I would love to hear the feedback from you guys. We've talked about the importance of the trail hand to finish setting the club at the top. So instead of positions and angles and all that complicated stuff, it's really all about the pressure in your hands, whether you're holding it with the lead hand or you're setting it into the trail hand. That's the really biggest difference. So that's why I don't push for, oh, you gotta do 1 plane swing or 2 plane swing. As long as you find a movement that suits you and you get it in the trail hand, I am happy with that. The Aimee 5 drill was pretty simple. We just added the impact bag to the drill we have already done before. So I hope you guys were able to follow along. If you have any questions, please come to my website's Ask Aimee section. I check those questions before anywhere else. In the next one, we're gonna be covering the downswing transition. A lot of people are going to be very excited about that. I am too. Please give that a lot of practice so that way you'll be ready for the next one. Thanks for golfing with me, guys. See you in the next one. Mwah.